Hey there, come on in. How are you? What have you done for you today? I invite you to leave a comment, message me directly, put it in the comments actually, so that others can see. Tell me one thing you did for you today. Or if you haven't done anything for you today, tell me one thing you are going to intentionally do for you before your head hits that pillow. What's one thing that you gonna do for you today? I want to know. If you can't think of anything you have done for you or that you want to do for you, you still have time. You definitely still have time. The day is not done. You are still living, breathing, and in your right mind. Choose you and choose to do something just for you, not for anybody else, not requiring anybody else, but something just for you, with you. Be good to you. I want that for us so bad. I just want us to be good to us because we're good to everybody else. It's super important that you also be good to you. Even if you're super busy and all the things are happening or required of you, if all you can do is pause and take a few deep breaths, do that for you. Do that for you today. There's still time for you to choose you. Have your me moment. Me moments matter. They absolutely matter. I know something else that you have done for yourself. I just thought of something. You intentionally made the time and the choice to press play, find this podcast, and to spend time with me. This space is for you. This time is for you. So thank you for choosing me to spend your precious time with. I'm so grateful. It is my prayer that you will not only hear my words, but that this episode will pour into you, resonate with you, give you the tools and motivation to do what you heard, and that you will leave here a little bit better than you came. If you are new here, I'm Kendall, founder of We Can See You, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that supports women who identify as caregivers. And this is I'm Overwhelmed. Now what? The podcast intentionally created for women who fearlessly take care of everyone else while neglecting themselves. In this space, we talk about the real struggles of juggling it all, carrying the load, and still trying to make sense of where we fit in our own story. Here we create space for honest conversations, practical advice, and a little bit of laughter along the way. I invite you to come fill your cup because you deserve every drop. Here, we teach pouring into others from your overflow. I am also a huge advocate for staying hydrated and moisturized, things women tend to forget to do. So when you hear long pauses or intentional mentions of hydrating, I encourage you to grab your water, wine, or whatever today's beverage of choice is, and participate in hydrating and make sure you moisturize your skin. We getting better together. I'm happy you're here. All right, before we get started, let me ask you something. When was the last time you rested without feeling guilty or thinking about all the other things you needed to do? Not because you crashed or got sick or ran out of energy and your body set you down. Not that type of rest. I mean a conscious, unapologetic, joyful pause. Like you happily skipped over to that bed, hopped under them covers, rubbed your feet together, and was excited about rest. If that question hits home, this episode is for you. Come on, let's go and get started over here before somebody else come along and try to take you from me. Where's your water at? Let's go and take our first sip. In today's best mom ever mug, I had some loose tea. Today's blend is a dried mango and dried pineapples with white tea mixture. It is so good. My tea kettle broke. Oh, sad. Rest in the trash can to the tea kettle. So I don't even have like my tea kettle to top off my tea. But don't worry, I got my faux Stanley backup full of water. But we gonna finish this tea and get through this episode. I hope y'all didn't have enough time to grab what you drinking and get the drinking. Cause leaving this episode hydrated is also a win. And we gonna take all the wins we can get. All right, where was I? I have the outline and I try to stick to it so I don't rabbit hole. And then when y'all look up, you be like, why is this episode 2.5 hours long? This girl done lost her mind. I try to stick to the outline. Let me see where I was. I promised I was going to start doing video and some content. I hope you're ready. Some of y'all asked for it, so it's y'all fault. I was content being over here with my face wash and my teeth brush, but y'all asking for lip gloss and stuff. I ain't doing the makeup. I get you some lip gloss and some moisturizer, but that's all I got for you. So give me a few weeks. We gon' get together. So I'll see y'all soon, or I guess y'all see me soon. There we go. I'm coming. I'm gonna get there. Pray my strength. That's what I need. Prayers. Prayers of the righteous availeth much. So get the praying. Okay, I'm supposed to be here of service to y'all. Well, I didn't put my request in, so let me go on and get to what we supposed to be talking about. All right. Rest. Did y'all hear that exhale? We really don't get enough rest. Stick to the outline, child. Side note, we are totally not on track with this. We ain't even got started, and I'm already on like rabbit hole number 3. You hear the ADHD? That's what it is. Diagnosed in adulthood, but it's there. But that's all right. If I didn't have it, you wouldn't be listening to this. Being neurodivergent has its perks, and it's blessing others in this moment. So we gonna embrace it. All right. Back to this outline. We are living in a time when exhaustion is worn like a badge of honor. Burnout is normalized, and rest is seen as weakness. I came here to tell you, burnout is not your birthright. According to the CDC, 1 in 3 adults aren't getting enough sleep, and women, 35 to 64, are amongst the most sleep deprived. Studies show sleep deprivation increases anxiety, weakens memory, and contributes to chronic disease. And caregivers, especially women of color, face even higher risk of emotional exhaustion, compassion fatigue, and chronic stress. Basically, we doing the most and we are not resting. Raising families, caring for aging parents, working, managing homes, trying to figure out ourselves, maintaining friendships, trying to network, caring for clients, patients, community, your village, being the responsible one, and trying to heal generational trauma, and trying to find happiness while doing it. It's exhausting. It's expensive. It's a lot. No wonder we overwhelmed. On that exhale note, before we go any further, let's take a few deep breaths together. We gonna do this in case it's somebody that's still thinking they don't have time to do anything for them today. I got you. Let's get it. All right, wiggle your toes and your fingers. Get somewhere that you can pause safely if you are able to. If you can't, you can still breathe and keep it moving because we know it's by any means necessary. But take this moment for you. If it's safe to do so and if you're comfortable with it, you can even close your eyes. Allow your body to just relax and release some of that tension that you've built up from the day. Roll your shoulders a little bit. I want you to prepare to take these couple breaths and find some rest in it, even in the moment. Find rest in pausing. Go ahead and inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna hold it for 1, 2, and breathe out through your mouth. Slowly, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're long-winded, you may have had a little more air, and that's all right too. Now we're gonna try one more breath, because that wasn't enough. Go ahead and breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2. And slowly breathe out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you. Thank you for taking that pause. And as you slowly try to come on back, because we got to get grounded and keep going, you can roll your shoulders, wiggle your fingers, give it a little body roll. There you go. Activate a core or something. One day my core gonna get activated. I did not do the prepare my summer body in the winter. It's feeling like I'm gonna give whatever body I got to the summer. I'm gonna start being more active. I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole. We was breathing and yep. All right. Did y'all get grounded? Or did y'all start going left like I was? Let's come on back together. Now that we got our breath, we gonna drink a little water and we gonna mind our business, because I'm telling y'all way too much of mine at this point. Now let's keep talking about rest, what it actually does, and why it's important. First, let's break a myth. Rest is not a luxury. Rest is essential. According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders, sleep flushes toxins from the brain. A 26-minute nap can boost alertness by 54% and performance by 34%, according to NASA. Rest reduces cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone that fuels inflammation, anxiety, and aging. So if you didn't know what rest really does, now you know. And when we know better, we do better. We need rest. Here's a quote I found. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. It's by Anne Lamott. When I read that, it was like an aha moment, that light bulb. Because I'm famous for unplugging something and letting it reset the modem. I'll restart a phone if it starts acting crazy. I take the batteries out the remote. Sometimes you have to unplug so you can reboot. Rest reboots your body, refreshes your mind, revives your soul. It's not optional. It's required. Rest is required of you, and you require rest. Let's go a little deeper. Rest isn't just about sleep. It can be a spiritual thing, a declaration that you're not a machine. The Bible tells us in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That is one of my favorite scriptures. It reminds me that we weren't made to just keep going. Even God rested. And if he needs rest, I definitely need rest. Come to him, and he will give you rest. And then there's Psalms 23, 2 and 3. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. When you lie down, he restoreth, as the King James Version says. But you gotta lie down. Did you caught that? You lie down, he restores. We need that restoration. It's interesting when you think about it spiritually. That sometimes, because we hard-headed, God has to make us lie down because we won't do it ourselves. You feel like your body shuts down. Some of us have to get sick in order to be still. It shouldn't be that way. We have got to prioritize ourselves and rest because we can't be about our business or the purpose or the reason that the Lord put us on the earth. We all have talents, we all have a purpose, and there's a plan that He has for all of our lives before we were ever created. But we can't execute that without rest. Trisha Hersey from the Nap Ministry. Baby, let me tell you, the Nap Ministry is for me. That is the type of ministry that I'm on and I'm all about. Naps are power. Napping is one of my superpowers. Baby, I will take a nap in a heartbeat gladly. I can testify to the goodness of God and the beauty of a nap. Woo. Church fan waving and all. Naps are magical. That they are wonderful. If you ain't, I dare you to try Jesus and try a nap. The combination, there's nobody like Jesus. Jesus made naps right there. That's the sermon. The doors of the church are open. Go pay your tithes. Pay your tithes to the Lord, because that's the sermon right there. Trisha Hersey from the Nap Ministry. Go find the Nap Ministry and thank me later. Rest is not a luxury. Rest is a human right. You have the right to rest. We gonna say this together. Rest is not earned. Rest is your right. You deserve rest. You are worthy of rest. Go ahead and drink that water and think about that for a bit. Dr. Sandra Dalton Smith, the author of Sacred Rest, explains there are 7 types of rest, and we usually only focus on one. We usually focus on sleep. Let me go through these 7 that Dr. Dalton Smith talks about in her book. 1 is physical rest, sleep, naps, and stillness. Stillness is a form of physical rest. When I first read that, I was like, ooh, there's something about being still that does it for me sometimes. When all else fails, I can be still. And one of my other favorite Bible verses is, be still and know that I am God. But the be still, sometimes you just have to be still. The second type of rest is mental rest. Breaks from thinking and decision fatigue. I don't know about y'all, but my mind is always thinking of the many things on my plate, all I have to or should do or would have done. It's always something. Mental rest is so important. The power of meditation and being still together, that mental rest, not having to make decisions. There is so much power. I'm about to write that down for a future episode. I'm gonna go find somebody. Y'all know anybody good at meditation and helping with mental rest? Send me the information. Sensory rest, less screen time, loud noises, and bright lights. I feel the older I get, the more mindful I am. I literally wear noise canceling headphones when I take my 10-year-old to the trampoline park or anywhere that's going to be loud. I have like 3 different pair of noise canceling headphones. I'm always listening to a book or podcasts or music. Sometimes I wear them just to block out noise in noisy places. I wear them in the airport. It really does something for me. Sensory rest is real. I have gotten used to trying to not do screen time at least an hour or so before bed. It allows me to start winding down my evening. I might be listening or talking, but I'm not looking at the screen. So try to see how you can get you some sensory rest. Number 4, emotional rest. A safe space to just exist is what it notes. I never really thought about it like that. Physical, mental, sensory, but the emotional rest, it caused a pause. I don't feel I grasped or really considered what it felt like to rest emotionally, especially when I feel like my emotions are all over the place at times and I'm emotionally invested in so many things. To rest emotionally. What do you feel about it? What would that feel like for you to rest emotionally? The next one is social rest. Time away from draining people. The first feeling or gut reaction to social rest when I first saw it, it was me recognizing that the older I get, or maybe it's the wiser or the longer I keep living, how the elders always say, just keep living. I've noticed I used to be extroverted. I'm a never met a strangers person. I'm a girl's girl. I get along with everyone for the most part. I'm a great room reader. I do well in crowds. I used to love to go out. And the more I keep living, the more introverted I become. I was an extrovert, loud and proud, and I feel like I'm becoming more of an extroverted introvert. I can tell my social battery drains and I need timeouts, some time to recharge quietly and away. I have started to gravitate away from people who are drama filled or who have dramatic lives, need to be the source of attention or always have something going on. I decreased the time and energy I give to those people in those situations. I definitely understand what social rest look like. I spend more time at home. I'm still social, I still go out, but there is absolutely magic in social rest. Okay, so we have physical, mental, sensory, emotional, social. 2 more. Number 6 is creative rest. Inspiration from nature, art, and music. Art, music, and nature bring peace and joy, and it's definitely inspiring. I like to do walking trails in nature that makes you look at the beauty of what God has created. You see the leaves, the grass, the sun is shining. You hear the birds. Creative rest is awesome. The inspiration you can get from a song, how it makes you feel. Like India Ari's I Am Not My Hair or Christina Aguilera's Fighter. There's so many songs. Avery Sunshine's version of Safe in His Arms. Favor Ain't Fair. T.I. Motivation. Nas One Mic. Think about what inspires you. That winds you up, like that it gets you going and then calms you down. Give me a good Kim album and let that calm me down. The last one is spiritual rest, connecting to something greater, faith and prayer. The spiritual component comes up for me a lot through many of these. There's something about belief in a higher power. Everybody may not have the same views, and that's totally fine. But the belief in something greater, having faith, and spending time in prayer absolutely is a great way to rest. That stillness and that just being still. Those moments are amazing, and it does so much. I don't even think we realize what happens when we allow ourselves to have that rest from all of the things, from physically, mentally, sensory, emotional, social, creative, spiritual, all of the forms of rest that lie within those. It lets me know that I have some intentional work to do to make sure that I'm finding rest in all of these areas. Yes, I could think of some things I do, but I want to do them with intention now. Let me know, which one are you missing? What rose up for you as we went through these different types of rest? What are you doing? What are you doing well? Let's not just talk about what we're missing. What are you doing well? Like I said earlier, baby, I nap. I nap well. I offer you to think about all you are already doing in those spaces of rest and acknowledging that as women, we are so hard on ourselves. We're our toughest critics. So I invite you to give yourself some grace. Acknowledge all the good that you do in ways that you are already finding rest while you think about ways you can increase those moments, increase how you rest, and improve the quality of that. That is what I invite you to try. All right, so I'm huge on not just giving you information, but ways to incorporate it so that it's practical and applicable. I like real life. People say, to whom much is given, much is required. What's given and what's required? Just tell me what it is. I need to be able to apply it. I don't want the Shakespearean version. I learned King James growing up because that was the Bible we use, but I like NIV or NLT. Sometimes a good message version of the Bible works better for me. I get it and I can apply it. I am definitely a person that wants to give others practical things that you can do and execute on, not just take it in mind and let it sit and spin and then you're wondering, so now what can I do with it? I want you to leave me and immediately incorporate things into your day, into your life, so that you can get a little bit better. You can start trying things. Here are tips to prioritizing rest. There are 6. So we went from 7 types of rest, and now we have 6 tips to prioritizing rest. Number 1, schedule rest like a meeting. Name it, give it a title, block it, protect it. We going after rest like we going after our peace. Protect it at all cost. Number 2, embrace the 20-minute nap. Now, earlier we were talking about the facts from NASA that a 26-minute nap can boost alertness. We can start at 20. Hell, you can go right to 30 if you want. But let's at least try a 20-minute nap. NASA says 26, block that 30. Go above and beyond. Let's embrace a nap. Short naps can transform your day. Set a timer or 2. If you got to tell Alexa and your phone, do that. Set a timer. Get that siesta in. Go ahead and take a nap. Number 3, create a wind down routine. Earlier, when we were talking about the sensory rest, I mentioned how I try to reduce the screen at least like an hour and a half before bed. Cutting screen time, that brightness before you go to bed, dimming the lights, journaling. We talked about it in a prior episode. It's a good time to start doing that when you're not looking at your TV, you're not looking at your phone, you're winding down. Take some time to pray, stretch, cut those lights, get rid of the screen, read a book, prepare for your next day in your wind down routine. Say no without explaining. Here's the message. No is a full sentence. Boundaries are sacred. Saying no without explaining is a way you prioritize rest. Ain't that something? Look at that. Go tell somebody else that one. Number 5, design a rest ritual. That sounds exciting, don't it? We should have a rest ritual party. Design a rest ritual. I'm gonna ask somebody that does fancy stuff like that, make that sound cute. But I like that. Make it beautiful, like turn it into a thing. Create a whole vibe. Candles, get you some calming tea. So there Lipton makes a good stress tea. Celestial Seasonings has a tension tamer tea. There's all kind of stuff. Or whatever it is you like to drink. Make it you. A soft blanket, get that Kim CD or worship music or silence, diffuser, incense. Make it a whole mood. Create that wind down time. Create that space in your day and every day. Create those moments where you prioritize rest. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. So we gonna plan to be great. Plan when you gonna rest. Design your rest ritual. And then tell somebody about it because we can't get better together when you're not helping a sister out. Create your rest ritual. Tell others how you rest. Just like I want to know how you self care and what you've done. Tell somebody else. Plant those seeds in them. Each one teach one. That is what we own here. So do it and help somebody else do it. That's how we going to be better together. We going to help each other. This is the stuff we should be sharing, not sharing the fight and political views that may not have been validated or videos that really ain't helping anybody out, or sharing the love and hip hop reel. Let's share how to rest. Help somebody do that. Make their lives a little better. Now, I'm not saying we all need the laughs. Keep sharing the laughs. We need those. But let's share these things too. Ways to rest, ways to find joy and peace. That's so important. Truth is, you never know what somebody else is going through. Even your friends, we tend to leave out certain parts. You don't tell them everything. Only you and God have those true conversations with full 100% transparency most times. So you don't know what they're going through, but you can offer little things like this, how you rest, celebrating that nap, planning for that nap you so deserve, or how you get ready to wind down for your day. Create that ritual and share it. The last tip to prioritize rest is a noise detox. Detox from noise. Turn off the notifications, silence the group chat, rest your nervous system. That's something else I'm gonna leave for you all to go down a Google, ChatGPT rabbit hole with. Research how you reset and rest your nervous system and things you can do. Those are 6 tips to prioritizing rest. I'll run it back. Schedule rest like a meeting. Embrace the 26 to 30 minute nap. Create a wind down routine. Say no without explaining. Design a rest ritual. Detox from the noise. And now we hydrate before moving on. And now we are at the segment of the show where it's called a guided rest moment. Let's pause together. Sit comfortably. If you are able, close your eyes. If not, it's okay. We're going to breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. And now repeat after me. I need you to clear your throat though. Get going in. Yep, clear your throat. If you can, look at a mirror, make that contact, repeat after me. If you ain't at a mirror right now, that's okay because you're about to do it anyway. All right, y'all ready? I am worthy of rest. I do not have to earn it. I deserve rest. I release guilt and choose peace. Mhm. My rest is sacred. When I rest, I heal. I deserve rest. Take one more deep breath. Know that you are allowed to pause and you are allowed to be still. We don't always have to be busy. We don't always have to have something going on. You deserve and you are worthy of rest. Thank you for taking that moment, and thank you for reminding yourself that you were made to rest. All right, so it's time to wrap this up. Here's what I want you to walk away with. Rest is not weak. Rest is not selfish. Rest is not lazy. Rest is your birthright. When we rest, we reconnect. We create from fullness. We love from abundance, not depletion. You can't heal in hustle mode. You can't thrive if you're just surviving. Rest is the foundation, not the reward. You are enough, even when you do nothing. Now, you know better. I want to see you doing better. The now what for this episode, the answer to that is I rest. I rise. I remember who I am. As I hurry up and wrap this up, I want you to know that I appreciate you giving me this time and allowing me to pour into you. I hope that this has helped to fill that cup and that your cup overflows, because you should only be pouring into others from your overflow, because baby, you need every drop in that cup. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone else who needs to hear it. Find and tag us on social media because we're there. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram under We Can See You, which is the nonprofit for which this podcast comes from. You'll see the podcast cover on those sites. I believe I changed all the covers. Please tell us how you're choosing to rest this week. Until next time, may your rest be deep, your boundaries bold, and may your soul be fed. And remember, we may be overwhelmed, but we are not going to stay that way. Don't forget, you are doing a good job. I'll see you on the next episode.